Hi, I'm Rebecca Coleman, food blogger and cookbook author, and today I'm going to show you one of my all-time favorite dessert recipes ever. I love peanut butter. This stuff is amazing. If you're a vegetarian or if you're a vegan, it's yummy, it's delicious, it's packed full of protein. I literally eat peanut butter every single day. I really love it. Now, peanut butter is great because it's good for savory applications and it's great for sweet applications as well. This recipe is a sweet dessert recipe and it's a vegan take on a Reese's peanut butter cup. Yeah. I first became aware of this recipe through Alicia Silverstone's The Kind Diet. This is a cookbook that she wrote quite a few years ago now. It's a great cookbook for vegans and lots of really great recipes in here. So this is a take on that recipe. I have been making this recipe, I kid you not, for probably at least 10 years. I make these every Christmas and I give them away to people as gifts and they love them. And nobody knows that they're vegan, it doesn't matter. They're just plain delicious. Okay, we're gonna start with a saucepan on a low heat. All we're gonna do is we're gonna melt the butter and the peanut butter together so that they become one cohesive, warm and gooey mixture. Okay, there's our butter. And now for the peanut butter. This is just plain natural peanut butter. There's nothing added to this except maybe a little bit of salt. Now, here's a trick for you. If you're using natural peanut butter, it's usually not homogenized, and usually it's the stuff that's added to peanut butter that makes it all smooth and makes it all stick together. Sometimes with natural peanut butter, the oil floats to the top, and then you have this like slick kind of oil thing on the top of your peanut butter, which, let's be honest, is not that appetizing. So here's a trick for you. When you store your peanut butter in the cupboard, store it upside down like that. That way all the oil will rise to the top, which is actually the bottom. So when you go to use your peanut butter, you turn it over and then you have all your good peanut butter at the top. It really works. To this mixture, you're also going to want to add a little bit of sugar just to sweeten it up a little bit. The sugar will also melt into kind of a syrup, which will help to bind everything together. Now, I'm using brown sugar, but you could use organic sugar, that would be fine, or coconut sugar would also work really well in this recipe. Just gonna let that melt into the butter and the peanut butter. Once those two things are all melted together, we're gonna turn it off the heat. Perfect. It's really smooth. We're gonna turn off the heat. Just gonna put that aside. And then what we're gonna do is we're gonna add our dry ingredients to this mixture. The dry ingredients include graham cracker crumbs. These are vegan and gluten-free graham cracker crumbs, which means that this recipe is actually gonna be both vegan and gluten-free. I'm just gonna add those in. If you don't have graham cracker crumbs, you can just smash up graham crackers. Okay, I'm just gonna stir those in. And the last thing that we need in here, just to thicken up the recipe, are some Rice Krispies. This is actually brown rice that has been puffed up. So these are actually brown Rice Krispies. It's a little bit healthier for you than using the white stuff, but it doesn't matter. Just use whatever you've got. What these are gonna do is these are gonna add a really great crunch and a really great texture to our peanut butter cups. Yeah, that's exactly what we want. So you want all the peanut butter to be coating all the cereal and the graham crackers. Oh man. So this is the base of our Reese's peanut butter cups. Next up, we're gonna line a couple of muffin tins with some liners. Now I'm gonna use the normal size muffin tins with some silicone reusable liners that I have. But if I was doing this for gifts, I would use a small mini muffin tin with small mini muffin liners. And get this, you can get these in all kinds of really cool patterns. These ones are for Christmas, but you can get them for all different times of the year. So you could do them for Mother's Day, you could do them for Valentine's Day. I have done them for Valentine's Day. These go over really well at Valentine's Day, let me tell you. Okay, let's go. I'm just gonna take my little scoop and I'm gonna scoop some of this mixture into each of the muffin tins that's been lined. Just like that. Once you've filled your muffin tins, just take the bottom end of a glass and kind of gently pat them down, just to kind of flatten them out a little bit. Ooh, sticky. Okay, that's it for the base. These are ready to go. This is a no-bake recipe, so all you have to do is pop these into the freezer for maybe about an hour or so, just to let them get solid and let them set up. And then we'll come back and we're gonna cover them in chocolate. Okay, now it's time to make the chocolate topping to go on top of our peanut butter cups. What I have here is just a pot with some water in it that's heating up on my burner. With this, we're gonna create a double boiler, and this is a way for us to melt the chocolate without the chocolate getting too hot. So in this bowl, I have some 70% dark chocolate. 70% dark chocolate is generally vegan. They don't add milk to it, so it's basically primarily just the cocoa solids. I'm gonna put that on top of the hot water. What's gonna happen is the water's gonna heat up, and as it heats up, it's gonna very gently heat this chocolate and it's gonna melt it. Once the chocolate is all melted, we're gonna add a little bit of non-dairy milk just to kind of thin it out a little bit so that it pours better. You don't need much. And any kind of non-dairy milk will do. I'm using soy milk because that's what I have. Yeah. I'm just gonna remove it from the heat. And I'm gonna continue to pour in a little bit more of the milk, a little bit at a time, until I get it to the consistency I'm looking for. Now we're gonna take our peanut butter cup bases that have chilled down in the freezer, and I'm just gonna spoon a little bit of this onto each one. Maybe a little bit more than a little. Once you have your chocolate poured over top of the base of your peanut butter cups, just gonna smooth out the tops a little bit. I know, it looks terrible. Oh, it smells so good. I love dark chocolate. And that's it. Now, back into the freezer for them to set up, and then we eat. And here is the finished peanut butter cup. This looks amazing. And let me tell you, it tastes great too. All you do is just peel off your paper. I'm using silicone in this case. You just peel it off, and there you go. A beautiful peanut butter cup. It tastes just as good as the real thing, and it's 100% vegan. Thanks for watching, guys. I hope you get a chance to make these because really they are one of my absolute all-time favorite desserts. I love peanut butter and chocolate together, and these are amazing. Until next time, please feel free to give my video a like, drop me a comment below, and don't forget to subscribe. And I'll see you next time. Just leave me alone with this thing. Oh my God, come on now. And then you try to talk and you have peanut butter in your mouth and it's really challenging.